Today we're going to set up a development environment using the IntelliJ IDE in order to facilitate development of the Big Data Genomics toolkit. First we'll need to download the Java 7 SDK. Make sure you get Java 7, not 8 or 6, because that's what we'll need to build Atom. You can get it off of Oracle's website and just download the appropriate binary for your platform. Next up, we'll download from the JetBrains website the IntelliJ Community Edition IDE. Once that's downloaded, we'll clone the Atom repository from Github. Then we'll open up IntelliJ and install the Scala plugin first, which we can get by clicking Browse Repositories and then searching for Scala. We'll install the plugin and then restart the IDE. Then we'll import the project, navigate to Atom, and the pom.xml, which is necessary to import all MAVEN projects. Click Search for Projects recursively and download the sources and documentation. Click Next. Next again, and then make sure we select our Java 7 SDK. And then hit Next. IntelliJ will take a minute or two to index the project, and you will have to reload IntelliJ as well. You may also be asked to auto-import MAVEN settings, and you should click Yes to that automatically. Let's navigate to a file in Atom Core and open it up by double-clicking on it. You can see that Atom record is red here. That's because there are actually Avro schemas which need to be compiled before we'll actually have the Java class files that are generated through compilation. We'll do this by running MAVEN package, skipping the test to speed it up, in our command line in order to generate those classes. Once that's done, we'll have to reload the pom.xmls in both the Atom Core and Atom Format projects. And then IntelliJ will know where the sources are for those Avro schemas, Atom record and the like. We can jump to them by pressing Command B on that symbol. We can see that the generated Java classes are there. Next up, we're going to try building the project. We'll see that it can't find the SDK. We'll just hit Configure and then select the SDK which we imported earlier. You may not have to do this. We'll try making it again, and after a couple minutes, IntelliJ should have compiled this project. Get a bunch of warnings, but that's to be expected. We'll want to open up the MAVEN tool window now so we can actually try packaging from within IntelliJ. We have this skip test flag enabled here, but we can also disable it if we wanted to run the tests, and then we'll click Run MAVEN Package, which is just like running MAVEN Package from the command lines with the skip test flag. See how quickly that's done with the incremental compiler. Next up, we'll try running some tests in the Atom Core project. Choose a test at random, double-click it to open it up, and then right-click and hit Run the Test in order to run the test. And we'll get the output in a little window that will pop up. We can see whether or not the tests are passing. If a test fails, you will actually get the stack trace, and we'll be able to navigate by clicking on the error to the point in the project where the test has failed, which is handy for debugging. Next up, we're going to want to navigate through IntelliJ. Pressing Command B will take you to the source where that symbol is defined. Right-clicking on a symbol and then clicking Find Usages will pull up the points in the project where that particular symbol is being used, which can be very helpful. Additionally, Control-J will pull up the source code if it's available in a little window. And Shift will pull up a little search bar that lets you search the entire project rapidly and jump to the point in the source where whatever you're searching for exists. This is very helpful for quickly navigating your project.
Make sure you click this little yellow box at the bottom so you have that green T there, and that gives you a type-aware syntax highlighting. These line numbers here can be turned on by going to Preferences, Editor, Appearance, and then clicking the Show Line Numbers option, which I already had enabled.
Finally, you might find it useful to quickly see the documentation for a given symbol. Click on the symbol and hit Control-Q to have a little window pop up with whatever documentation IntelliJ has for it. In order to find other keyboard commands and useful shortcuts, I'd recommend looking through the menu options, in particular this Navigate menu, where you can find useful shortcuts for running a test or looking at the type hierarchy of a given type.